Hey guys, it is Janice and
Sarah
from Ozark Family Homestead, and we just finished up supper. Everyone else is in the house cleaning up, and Sarah and I thought we would run out here real quick while we still have some daylight and kind of give you guys a little update, a little tour of our gardens. Oh, who'd you get?
Caddy.
Catty cat. She's our oldest cat, and she came up to see Sarah, I guess. Love on me. So we're going to take you around the homestead here a little bit and just show you what's going on here in the Missouri Ozarks. We are in zone 7A, and it is mid to late August, so we're at prime time. Weeds taking over of things, and the summer crops kind of going away and the winter crops coming in. So that's kind of where we're at, and we'll just show you around. So you ready, Sarah? Okay, here we go. So we're gonna start off here in the main garden. I'm gonna hear, I don't know if you can hear, we've got, sounds like neighbors doing target practice out there. So we're gonna have that going in the background. So, right over here is still, these are our blueberry bushes, and of course blueberry harvesting is done for the year. We did a lot of replanting with smaller ones, and so we did not get a huge blueberry harvest this year. The larger ones are down there on the end of this, and then we've got the smaller ones up here closer. We are struggling this year. Crabgrass has taken over, and so we are trying to keep up with it. Even with the woven weed fabric, the black fabric here, we still just have crabgrass coming up like crazy. And I still have one little elderberry plant here in the pot.
I've got one here.
I do have another one. Oh, it's a small one. But yep, one more elderberry plant to go out too. So the other ladies in our Homestead Ladies group, I think, would agree that this time of year is just all the hopes and dreams that you start with.
Yeah.
It's kind of like weeds, crabgrass, squash bugs. Ah. Okay, so this area here is sweet potatoes. This is all of our sweet potato patch from the shed right here all the way across. We typically do well with sweet potatoes.
We do. I've looked, and we already have some. So we're not supposed to really harvest them until about late September, early October. And what we have some already about that long and that round. I've peaked.
Okay, and we grow the purple and the white fleshed.
Yeah.
We didn't grow any of the orange sweet potatoes.
Orange actually doesn't really do well here.
Yep, we don't do great with that. So these pots here are going to be planted with things that are going to go in the greenhouse. So what I need to do, what I have on my to-do list, the strawberries are putting on runners, and so I need to get these in little pots so that they can be thinned out. And then all these pots along here on this border will be moved into the greenhouse before we get our first frost, but that is still a ways away. But you do have cabbage starts and things like that.
Yes.
Growing there in the front yard.
Tiny.
They're tiny, but they will be transplanted in here and then put in the greenhouse to finish up through the winter. There is one rogue plant here, Sarah, that you did not plant here on purpose, did you?
Yes, I'm actually not entirely sure how it got here because I didn't have these growing here last year.
Yeah,
even.
It had to have come in the soil or something in here. So that is, it's a mushmelon, isn't it?
And oh, they're ripe.
Looky there. What got a hold of it?
That would be turtles.
A turtle. The turtles let us know when our melons are ripe.
You guys need to smell this.
Smell-o-vision right there. So that is a mushmelon. And there's another one. Has it been nibbled on yet?
Nope. I'm going to take it now.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to let it wait till the morning.
Okay. Because in the morning it'll probably have nibbles.
I'll send them by the gate.
Yep. You guys think those box turtles are cute, but they... Sarah doesn't like the box turtles too much right now. Okay, moving on here. Y'all want to look at our sunflowers? I am loving the sunflowers this year. They always do really, really well, and they make me really happy. So I enjoy the sunflowers, and since it is evening, we don't have as many of the bees and things on here as we do in the daytime. Let me come up a little closer. Oh, well, there still are some honeybees out. Let's see if you can see. I'm reaching up. Janice is only 5 foot tall, so I am reaching up there. I got it, Sarah. It's okay. I've got the strap around my wrist. And
you might be able to see that one easier.
oh, this one right here? Okay. There we go. The honeybees are loving this. We do have a pretty orange one in there.
Yeah, that one would be Autumn Beauty.
Okay.
Then this would be Lemon Queen right here.
Lemon Queen.
And then your traditional colored ones, like, no, that's also a Lemon Queen. But the bright, bold yellows, that is actually a blend of both.
Okay. So, it's just beautiful in here, guys. This is my happy spot right now.
This is sunflowers. They make everybody happy.
Who can be unhappy whenever you're around a big patch of sunflowers, huh? So, and you can see, and some of them are pretty decently tall.
I need to make sunflower jelly.
Sunflower jelly? We've never done that.
You take the petals and just make the tea just like redbud jelly. It's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to have like a honey kind of taste to it.
Kind of like dandelion jelly that we make?
Yeah.
So, okay, down here at my feet, I was trying not to step on stuff here. We have one squash plant left over here.
No. 2, 3, 4.
There's a little one.
I don't think I had a 5th one.
So this is what happens to our squash plants because the squash bugs come and they're awful. So we do succession planting on squash. So here's another little one that she's plunked in the ground and another one there next to this big one. But you can see we've got some zucchini still coming off this one. And we will harvest from it until the squash bugs end up taking it out too. That's the way it works.
That's kind of what happens.
That's kind of what happens.
Oh, and there's also okra.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. So, you see the red stalk right there amongst. So, she is bringing in some okra here a little bit every day.
Here's a
and another one there. It's in there. It's just hidden amongst the sunflowers. So, there they are. Now, the beds over here are eggplant and kale that has reseeded.
Yes.
So we will probably eat off of all of this stuff all winter long because kale does really well here for us. Here we show one of the eggplant here. Haven't brought any in just yet. Oh, you're taking the camera?
Yes, I can get in there. Well, there we go. But these are the Aswad eggplants, and they're supposed to get very big, like much bigger than they are now. This one's my biggest one so far. And as you can see, it's about as big as my hand.
You've got really pretty kale back behind it there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that curly?
Yeah, it's this blue curled Scotch, I think.
Yeah.
Well, the other one is Russian red.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on through this way and get through this path if I can. Gotta move some sunflowers and we'll come over on this side. Sarah, what are you doing?
Getting the rabbits happy. I
So
got the basil seed heads where they're going to seed.
Yeah.
Rabbits love these.
Yeah. So she'll feed those to the rabbits. Okay, this section over here is this whole row that Sarah is on right now. This is all basil
and zinnias.
And zinnias.
Sadly, basil does not have bright pink flowers.
But it's really, really pretty. There is one row in between the sunflowers and the basil of some smaller tomato plants. And you can see there's still quite a bit. Lots of cherry tomatoes are still coming in every day.
Black cherry.
Black cherry tomatoes. So, but I think the sunflowers and the basil zinnias are my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So,
She's so pretty.
And how many different varieties of basil?
4.
4 different varieties. She did the one variety and then put zinnias to separate it, then another variety and then more zinnias to kind of separate things out. So I'm having bouquets of flowers on my kitchen table of zinnias and sunflowers here. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells like basil with her picking those seed heads off. Everything smells like basil right now. And the pollinators are really liking this row too, with all the flowers. Oh, it smells so good. So, you don't happen to remember the names of the different basils, do you?
Persian.
Persian is the purple flowers, but there are green leaves.
Yes,
Yeah,
green leaves. And purple flowers on the Persian. Cardinal.
Cardinal.
They have the big
clusters.
Yes.
There we go. But, I mean, so many basil leaves on these.
Yes, they're very prolific.
Yes, they are.
Sweet Italian. This is your classic traditional basil.
Yeah, just your normal sweet Italian. This is probably what everybody thinks of.
Yeah. And then cinnamon basil.
Cinnamon basil.
Also green leaves and purple flowers.
Yeah.
And then so I had 5. I had 5 kinds. And then Genovese basil, where you got more of the purple leaves and purple
the
flowers.
darker leaves. But we do well with the basil here. Oh, and you've got the more flowers here amongst your tomatoes as well.
Yep, it was a rogue cosmos.
Cosmos that you didn't intend to be there, but there it is. And some of the darker tomatoes in there too.
Black Beauty.
Yeah, Black Beauty tomatoes there. So, okay, let's head on around here. This next row are peppers.
Yes.
This whole row here. And there are some jalapenos and there are some sweet peppers as well. So, you can see we have weeds growing in here, even though we've put down the woven weed fabric and feed sacks in between there. It's still, weeds are a thing. There's a big old bumblebee. Thank you for the flowers, Sarah. I appreciate the flowers.
I like them too.
Oh, this one got so heavy it broke off, Sarah.
Yeah, it's still green.
Okay.
So I'm not touching it.
Just don't kick it.
Because I've had stuff where I've touched them and they completely snapped off.
So are these the sweet peppers?
Yes.
Okay,
those
these
are the brown ones.
These will turn brown, like a chocolatey brown, and then we know they're ripe.
These will turn orange.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's a little buggy, but that part will be good.
So
There's some jalapenos here.
It's just hard to keep up with everything. Lots of jalapenos. Jalapenos do great here too.
Yes.
We should have a jalapeno farm.
Then bell peppers.
So that's some hiding in there, if you can see them. And what's this plant here on the end?
I believe this is tick seed.
Tick seed.
So it's
pretty yellow flowers.
It's about to bloom there.
Yeah, there. It's a pretty one.
Does so well.
Okay, now your tomato patch doesn't look as pretty as it did. The tomatoes are on their way out, but as we go through here, you'll be able to see that.
I still got some.
Oh yeah, there's still a bunch of tomatoes to be harvested here. Cherry tomato plants. This is more of those darker
Black
here.
Beauty.
Yeah, tomatoes. So we're still getting a bunch of them brought in every day. It's a large one down here, Sarah.
Cherokee purple.
Cherokee purple.
I'm actually really pleased with them.
Yeah.
It's my first year growing them.
We always like the Dad's Sunset.
Yep, those are at the end.
Yeah.
This is tomato here.
Tomato tomatoes.
Bright red.
Yeah, the basket inside with all the cherry tomatoes in it is so pretty with all the different colors.
This is my favorite type here. You can see how well they're still doing despite what everything else looks like.
A lot greener.
This is Sunrise Bumblebee, and I have had great success with them, and they're loaded.
Now these were a new one.
Yeah,
This
I'm
little
not really
teardrop,
that impressed with
I'm
them.
not either. It's a teardrop shaped.
Tartans gooseberry, I think.
Okay. Yep.
Dragonfly.
Clusters of tomatoes down in here. Oh, there we go.
Those are.
Oh, here comes Abigail. You come to see us? You coming to pull weeds? No. If you want me to. That's
These
a
are
nice
that
answer.
sunset.
These are okay.
Yeah.
And they're a beautiful orange
They get
color.
big, too.
Yep. They are beautiful
The one at
tomatoes.
the end has some really big
Yeah.
ones.
Oh, yeah. It's got a lot of them on there. So, and it is still green up at the top, too. So that is good. Okay, and there's more of our mess, guys. This is just reality. I think I said this several times last year, is your garden doesn't have to be beautiful to grow food.
Yep.
We do grow food in this garden, even with weeds and squash bugs. And, I don't know, making do with feed sacks and cardboard boxes as our mulch. So, it's not a beautiful, beautiful thing everywhere right now, but it is growing stuff. Oh, you got your lavender here at the end.
Yep, it's doing good.
Yep, got a lavender plant here, and this will all go in the greenhouse too as soon as it gets cold again. Okay, I needed to let the camera cool down a little bit. If I film too long, it gets a little warm, so we let it cool. And this area here was supposed to be all green beans, and it all got set up with the cattle panels and stuff, and nothing ever got planted along here. It just never happened. Just life, busy, good intentions that never came to fruition. The arbor did get planted, and some came up.
I've not had good success with them this
Yep,
year.
this is not a green bean year. Last year, well, 2 years ago, we had a bumper cucumber crop. Last year, nothing. This year's been decent. This year's green bean crop is the not happening.
Every
crop.
year, there's always that one crop that always does really well that just doesn't.
Yep, so whenever we can grow something, we like to grow a lot of it, because when we preserve the things, it's nice to have 2 years worth on the shelf, like we did pickles that 1 year. And so we had fermented pickles that lasted us 2 years, shelf-stable canned pickle spears, dill relish, all that stuff, and we've had plenty of it, even though last year's cucumber crop was not good. So in this little trench here was celery, and most of it has bolted. There's a little one here of the celery, and there's another little one, but it's yellowing and not looking great there either. So celery is pretty much done, gone to seed. And this wasn't it evening primrose?
Yes.
This was a big evening primrose bush that had just got so big that eventually it just split in the middle.
It came up to about here and then just completely split when we had one big rain with some good wind. It just split in all directions.
Split in the middle, and so that's what all this is
It was
around
just
there.
in full bloom when it did it.
Yep. So it was pretty well it lasted.
Yep.
Okay. And whenever we're over here, Sarah just noticed down here in this green bean row, it looks like a yam plant coming up here. This, let's see, this one right here, this leaves here. And we did not plant yams in here, you said 2 years ago?
Yep.
So these volunteer surprise plants are nice. We like having those. Okay, let's head around to the other side and show them the squash patch, I think. And here's the rest of the squash that we have going right now. Some of them are already starting to be taken by the squash bugs, but for the most part, they're still looking really good. Yay.
Yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, this is really good for our squash plants. And there's even some smaller ones are in the process of growing, because we know that the ones that are big and beautiful right now
Are only temporary.
yes, they
Very
will not be this
temporary.
way for long. Squash bugs and crabgrass are the bad things. It's awful. So let's go through what are some of the varieties that you have growing in here.
So right here, I've got golden zucchini,
Okay.
which is kind of like a blend of a zucchini and a crookneck squash.
Yeah. But it's a zucchini, it's just a yellow color instead of the green.
Little bitty one here.
Okay, let's see. Oh, let me come on this
When
side.
I say little bitty, it's
little
bitty.
It's little, but I mean, it's going to end up looking like a zucchini, only this bright yellow like a crookneck.
Yep.
So, there's that.
And then I've got green zucchini here.
Yeah, that's the normal stuff that you guys are used to seeing. Green zucchini.
I've got lemon squash through here.
Okay, let's find a good one to show everybody.
Let's see if I've got like one that's ready to pick.
The lemon squash are touted as being more resistant to squash bugs.
And they are.
And they are, yes, they are. So, one down there.
It's a little on the smaller side.
Yeah, it's smaller, but it's a little ball, like a lemon.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called lemon squash.
And they're very good.
Yeah, they are good. So, we like growing those.
And then I've got your traditional yellow crookneck through here.
Yeah.
And then on this side, all those little ones, this one really big one, then those two little ones there. That is my scallop squash.
Okay.
I've got some little ones.
Yeah, see, all these little ones are in the lineup to feed us whenever these get killed off. Okay.
Look in there.
Is there not any in
look
there?
At all.
Oh, there's one. Okay.
Yeah.
Little scallop squash in there.
I got one there, little
Yeah.
ones there. There are all sorts of flowers all over this one.
If we can keep it alive,
Yeah.
we should get a good harvest off it.
And then I've got several.
Yeah. On that row there in the lineup, right along there is all planted too. You can see this one here, the squash bugs. Yeah, they're taking it out. So we do what we can, and then it just is what it is. These here in these pots, guys, these are Brussels sprouts. We try growing them every year, and we very rarely,
the best year.
we very rarely harvest anything off of the Brussels sprouts because the bugs and aphids get to them. So we do have little Brussels sprouts on there, and these will typically end up in the greenhouse as well. These have gotten big down here, and more strawberries to deal with in there. But okay, we just kind of made a circle here back around to the garden gate, and we will head on out. So we are losing sunlight here, so we're going to real quick show you the melon patch. It's back here where there's even more weeds, but it just is what it is. And been bringing in cantaloupes and stuff here lately, so we've got, let's see if you can see the little one there. Yeah, little ones still growing.
Multiple ones.
Yeah, let me see if I can come through here without stepping on any of the plants.
They're very happy.
They're happy little cantaloupes hidden out here until the turtles come.
Yep, they always find them. It's inevitable.
It's inevitable. They know right when they're right. Okay, let me try to do this and not fall down. Good. They're doing all right. We've got watermelons a little bit this year.
Yeah, my watermelons didn't do great either.
Nope. So
I had one watermelon that split.
Oh.
Yeah.
And lost it. Oh, that's a shame.
But I've got others here.
Yeah, there's still some time.
This one's getting big. It started and stopped.
Okay.
And kept growing. So I have hope that it's gonna still make it. This one's getting pretty big. I'm hoping, praying we get a 30 pounder out of it.
That's our record was a 30-pound watermelon one year.
And then this is my favorite type of watermelon, strawberry watermelon.
Okay.
It's bright, bright red and so sweet. And that's kind of all the watermelons.
And that's kind of it. So, it is what it is, Sarah. There is only so much time, right?
Yep. At least the first garden looks good.
Yep. Yep. Priorities.
Yep.
And this row right here is where the cucumbers are, but they are on their way out as well. So we have gotten a very successful harvest this year of cucumbers. You can see there's still some, a few little odds and ends. Oh, there's one hiding here in the back too, Sarah.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget that one.
That one in the morning.
Yep, in the morning. But I have fermented a couple batches of pickles at this point. And we still have plenty of pickle spears from 2 years ago. So we're okay with the cucumbers kind of fading out for the year. Okay, since it's getting late, the chickens are trying to roost. Let me see if you guys can see them. See if I can zoom in. Up in that volunteer peach tree, I've got chickens. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Chickens getting up there, way up in that tree. That's where they want to roost. Those goofy birds. So I was going to say, since we're over here, we have several orchards here. Oh, and here's the little runner duck, guys. Those of you that are following the saga of what happens to the runner duck, it is still hanging out over here. This is the chicken tractor with, oh, I've got a horsefly flying around my head. Hanging out over here at the chicken tractor where the turkeys are. So that's where it likes to live. And there's Twix the cat. Twix the cat was dumped off out here years ago. And he hangs out at the barn now. He and Starboy don't get along very well. So if you have paid attention to other videos and noticed Star, our orange cat, Starboy tends to hang out on the other side of the summer kitchen building here. And Twix stays at the barn. So, little runner duck there. Anyhow, I was going to talk to you about these trees here, because this is just, we call it the side orchard over here. We have no fruit on our fruit trees this year at all. No peaches. We had one pear. Which was amazing. Sarah ate the one pear. It's already done, and no apples. We had a late frost, and it ended up wiping out anything that started. So there will be no harvest from our fruit trees this year. And again, we do all this stuff, and sometimes it's great, and sometimes we get nothing. Yep. So we just, persevere, we keep going, we keep hoping, we keep trying, even with the weeds and the squash bugs and all that stuff. And we just see what we end up getting out of it. David's putting some garden tools away over here, and we're going to head on back to the house because it is getting dark. I think the camera picks up more light than whatever it is you're seeing on the camera. I think it is darker in real life.
Oh yeah, it's much darker.
Yeah,
than
you see that? We thought we'd show you the pecan trees. We do have several soft shell pecan trees, and they do have pecans on them this year. Now, every year we battle the crows to get pecans, but sometimes we get to harvest some too. Hope and pray. See how it turns out. So, okay, well, I don't know if there's too much else left to show. Let's head on inside and we'll show them your cherry tomatoes, the baskets and stuff that are in the kitchen.
Sure.
Ava, our Pyrenees, has found a cool spot there. That's the dirt that's been dug up for the water line going out to the summer kitchen building there. So she found a cool spot. And Bear is over here laying on the dirt too. Bear is really starting to, yeah, he is showing his age lately, and I'm not really happy about that. So we don't even know how old Bear is. The vet just said he is old. So, oh buddy, you doing all right, Bear boy? Oh, he's wagging his tail though. Says love on me, Sarah. He's such a good boy. It is going to be a sad, sad day one of these days, Sarah. And Lady, we have two very old dogs. So we don't know how old Bear is, but Lady, our blue heeler, she also was dumped, and she showed up here in spring of 2011. And we think she was born in the fall of 2010. So, she is old. She's 14 years old at this point, and Bear, we just don't know. But they are important to us. Isn't that right, lady girl? So we'll show you a little bit of the harvest here. Here's some of the tomatoes that have come in. We did just send some home with a friend today, so she was appreciative of that. But the bigger tomatoes there, and there's, oh, she's hiding those cherry tomatoes under there. There you go. Some cherry tomatoes, all different colors. Some okra and jalapenos.
Yes.
All different kinds of sweet peppers. We didn't show them those lilac bell peppers.
Oh, we can now.
And those are really pretty. And you open them up and they are purple.
Kind of whitish purple.
Yeah, a very light purple. Seeds are being saved here for cucumbers and peppers for next year.
These didn't quite work, but these did.
Yeah. And some cantaloupes there, some different varieties. Small but good.
Yes.
Got those marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows. Oh, marshmallows. Oh goodness, guys. This what we showed you in the garden earlier. They made it inside. And then over here, beyond the mountain of eggs.
From our avocado tree.
from the store. Some of the crookneck squash and the lemon squash here. We make a really good Spanish squash, kind of like Spanish rice, but instead of the rice, it has zucchini and yellow squash in there. And then some cucumbers still left to enjoy. So, lots of stuff. It's overwhelming, isn't it, Sarah?
But wonderful.
But wonderful, that's right. Okay, I think that's about all we have to show this time around. So, there you go. Ozark Family Homestead has weeds and bugs, but we also have countertops full of food that we can eat. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was kind of a reality of this is what gardening is like. At least our gardening. We've never had a Pinterest perfect garden. So if you liked the video, please give a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. Double check that you are subscribed because YouTube unsubscribes people and I don't know why. So double check that. And then if you could tell others about our family's channel, please do so. And I guess until next time, see you on the next video.
Okay.
Anything else, Sarah? Sounds good. Okay, bye guys. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Ozark.